touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
They could not be more opposite in build, but coming into 2017, Matt Forte pretty much neck and neck with Darren Sproles for most receptions by a running back.
Yeah, both guys just over 500 into the year. Three yards to go on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Gone.
Here's McCown. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Over. Leopard. Over.
Throwing on first is McCabe, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with.
And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now McCown. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ramon Humber in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Returnable here from the 38. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on. In fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's Taylor. There's the first NFL catch for East Carolina's Zay Jones. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Zay Jones, a 2nd-round pick from East Carolina. Some thought could have been a 1st-round pick from East Carolina.
High-volume guy at East Carolina. I mean, the big-time catch, 158 of them in 2016. And he's an NFL legacy. His father, a longtime linebacker in the league.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with the lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now McCoy. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills will extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone. All right, now, look at 56.
McCown throwing on second. He'll let it go deep for Curley. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Gone. Check 4. Watching now, Barney.
Play clock winding down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and get it with Forte. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. There's the drive will continue.
Set. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, here's McCown. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watching now, Barney.
McCown will try again on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Looks to be right around the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, this is Forte. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Let's go. Watching now, Barney. Let's go.
McCown airing one deep for Kirk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Turnover differential last year in the NFL, the bottom 5 teams you'd expect. Rams, Browns, the Jags, the Bears, and the Jets. Tied at -20. These Jets, they have to solve that QB situation.
They, along with the other teams that you noted, they've got to get better play in that area because no team goes to the playoffs -20 in turnover differential.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, flex round.
On 2nd down, Taylor throwing the out route incomplete. It's Holmes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. With his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So McCown forced to depart. And coming in to take his place is the former Baylor Bear, Bryce Petty. Here's Petty looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Tough start to the year for the Jets. So this trip to Buffalo, then at Oakland. Then they'll calm down a bit, come home for Miami and Jacksonville before heading to Cleveland in Week 5.
Opening with Buffalo on the road under new management, and then a Super Bowl favorite in Oakland. They've got to come out of those at least 1-1.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jerry Hughes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. They get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have it first. Petty now. Throw left side complete. It's Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here we go now. 3-19. No. Check. Patriots.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll set up to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 6 yards there on the pickup. And it's good for a New York first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, he's able to pick up the first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Skirts by him at the 35. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The Bills, they take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bills, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew,